So, it's Michael. When I had told you that there was like a thing going around, it was years back. And if somebody remembers, I mean, please tell me if you're listening out there, if this is actually reaching you. I'm not too sure if it is with this whole power outage thing. I don't know. I don't know what's going on over there. I hope everything's okay, though. I know everything's okay. It just spells bad things for those who chose wrong things. I never chose the wrong thing. As far as other decisions, yeah, I lacked in. Wasn't as good as some people were in decision-making skills and things like that. I wasn't somebody who even grew up financially literate. You know, I had a speech problem when I was young. But I always was inquisitive. I always asked questions. And something inside me, ever since I could remember, always like rung out and called out to me. Like it was like a mating call or something. Drawing me in like a magnet. Now, when I tell you this, strange things were happening to me after I'd ran from the Vatican. My friend Rob lived across the street, and he invited me over one day. And he was into the same stuff I was into, so like we got along. We talked ancient alien stuff, and he was playing the movie, The Book of Eli. Except there was two skulls right there, pinned up against each other, facing each other. And when I tell you strange things were happening to me, you have no idea. And that's when Rob, I just sat there and chilled with him, watched this movie, The Book of Eli. And that's a bad movie. That's a cool movie, man. But there's a scene in it. It went right to the scene. It was where the guy shoots Denzel Washington, Eli. And he said, "See, he is human after all." And he said, "Pray for me." And then he shut it off. And I thought, all the strange things that were happening to me, this has to be the strangest yet. And he rubbed his bosom, like he was like rubbing his belly. I don't forget stuff, okay? I have a very vivid memory. And I'm very mindful, okay? Try to stay mindful of the things that I deem as like worth something. There was a time when truth used to be worth something. It used to weigh something. It was weighty. It didn't weigh the same measurement as a lie. You know what I mean? It was kind of like truth held weight. That's why when you deliver it, when you speak it, when you creatively, use your willpower to achieve it, force your way into it sometimes. But always be mindful and humble, man, when you're in it. Don't forget it. Cherish it. And remember it, because you might lose it. There's quite a few things that I wish that I could tell you I lost and I wish I cherished. Friendships, love of life. But now looking at myself and in my inner being, I'm here to tell you, I wasn't that nice of a guy, turns out. Hard to admit it, but I'm just telling you the truth. I wasn't that nice of a guy. And I probably deserved it, to be quite honest with you. Every bad thing, well earned. You name it. And I'm not going to rehash my past to cause any more guilt and shame that I felt, and the tears I cried, Uh, but I was mindless of the things I did wrong too. And that's a problem. Okay? I spent my life like this till something dormant in me has woken up apparently, and I'm remembering things I shouldn't, figuring out things I couldn't even dare believe. But I also sense the urgency, and that's why I'm trying to remain still and calm, cool, collected, you name it, you know. So yeah, figuring out I got some Indian and Egyptian blood in me, man. It's nice to know where you come from. The people that are your people. I didn't have family, so I don't have much family. It's my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, and my aunt, and that's about it. I never had a grandmother. To my grandmother, Marianne, Sheba, to my sweet grandmother, Mary, who I never really knew, man. I was too young at the time. She had died on Christmas Eve, a day before my birthday. I just remember it was really, really hard on my family, especially my mother. And yeah, but my pap died of COVID too, come to think of it. And that was when that Q and Donald Trump January 6th debacle happened and occurred. And it's funny. That day is when I figured out the secret of America, of all things. Of what America really is, this experiment that you're involved with me. Because that's what we're in, right? It's a big cosmic experiment that I believe the Most High. It's like a game, man. It's a game of testing your will to survive, your will to keep surviving, no matter what. Keep surviving, keep fighting. I never got out of the ring. Sometimes I might just end up fighting somebody I didn't want to or something, That's how I am, though. I don't think, so but I'm trying to think more. Think more and be less, man. But I'm always trying to give you the absolute 110% truth. The only way I could ever know how to. It's just in my nature, right? Boy, I see Mother Nature's mad, it looks like, up there, huh? Oh, nut, huh? Oh, nut. I ever think of Total Recall, that scene where, is that Sharon? Yeah, Sharon Stone. Sharon Stone plays this character who is basically put in as a spy working for the evil guys, and Arnold Schwarzenegger forgot. He didn't, he thought this was his wife. You know what I mean? And she's really just an operative. Well, yeah, she might be, just a spy in the program, let's just say. And Arnold Schwarzenegger finds out that's not his real wife. He got a real wife, but that wasn't her. That wasn't her. And when I figured out, and I heard that Kennedy, Because what always bothered me was Jacqueline Kennedy, dude. She reminded me of like, man, I don't know. I don't know, man. She has a weird vibe to me. I don't know. She looks like somebody to me. I can't figure it out. But anyways, he ends up exposing her. He's like, my wife, like, it's not, I forget. And they start like shooting at each other. She tries killing him. She's like, come on, Quaid. Yes, Quaid, I think his name is. Which is another Q. Oh, right there. Q. Remember I showed you Father Crespi. He was from a little town called Cuenca. Like Inca. Cuenca. Okay? I already told you the deal with Tecumseh, right? We talked about Tecumseh. Or I did. I had visions of Tecumseh teaching me, training me for war as an Inca warrior. Calling me a young chief, young prince. I'm not lying to you, man. I'm just telling you the truth, man. Because I have Native American blood, Cherokee Indian in me. I also am Scottish, Welsh, whatever mix, and so on and so forth. With my wife being absolute Libyan, Liberian, Egyptian, African, Zipporah. Yeah, we don't get the love, huh? We don't get the love, man. That's why I feel so deeply in my heart to give everything back to where it belongs, man. It's true origin. It's true ownership, man. Now, I'm not here to tell you I'm the successor of anybody. I'm just the son of God, the Most High, man. Lord of all the earth, man. That's all I can tell you, man. My Father, Lord of all the earth. I'm his son. And that man's name was Enki. Does that sound like Inca? So yes, tell Tecumseh, I am much more well-trained when we used to do battle. Almost ready for the war. And yes, of course, I'm ready to go whenever. And yes, we fight now a war of all sorts of beings. You're going to see all of them from the stars coming down. All of them are going to come up from the earth, come down from the sky, come up from the caves and the sea. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. The Adamites had mixed with giants. Many of them are of a third strand of DNA, a new strand. This DNA, I do not know where it came from or who caused it, other than the curse. The curse of mixing with animal blood, sacrificing human blood, doing metal mixtures with gold and different other different kind of metals, constructing man or woman from that, from also computers that are, say, artificial in nature. Just a host, kind of like Westworld describes. That is why I think it's so important to show CERN and Sirach in the last season of Westworld. I am well aware of what I need to look for as far as any species goes. I just use my heart. I use my soul. I listen to nature. I'm a force moving through nature at all times. If I didn't have to do dialysis and I still had these kidney problems, man, I would go and I wouldn't look back. I would go this second, this very moment, and I wouldn't look back. I trust in the Most High. Elielianel. I know I am more than highly favored and I feel loved, man. And I've been thinking, crying tears of joy, kind of like asking Elielianel, man, just count my tears, man. Are they not in your book, man? Are they not in the book? Count them up. And I hope they provide not like an animal sacrifice where you kill a living being with a soul and you traumatize that living being and then you think things will get better, say after the next one, and you traumatize enough, cows or whatever, to where they all now don't trust in anything, don't know where to go, don't know what is leading them, and they're kind of confused, lost sheep. If Al Sadiq, Salami Pastrami, if he is that alluring to you and persuading you as a Christian, well, you still got a long way to go, and we'll catch you in the next game, right? That's one vivid dream I'll never forget I had. I was literally on some kind of temple mount in Jerusalem. I'd never been to Israel. I have no idea what's in Israel. I'd never been there. But I was there. This is before I even had a relationship with the Most High at all. I never even knew about it. I was there. And the moon that I was looking at was so big. And I remember, I couldn't remember who I was there with. But we were on this edge of this temple mount. And the moon was so big. It was like something unreal. It didn't look real. And yeah, man, it showed me. It showed me. Well, it showed me Luciferians, man. It showed me evil beings. Evil beings, how they kind of they move through holograms here, and it's kind of, they use holograms and stuff like that. And a lot of things are holographic in nature, but that's how they stay disguised, and they create their own little network, their own grid, their own power grid, their own structure. They don't need any of our energy at all. They just use our gravity. That's what it is, I think. And yeah, take a look outside. Take a look above you. If you don't see them or feel them or know that they're there, trust me. When I tell you, I know when gates open up, man. I know when times are. I'm the Ancient of Days, man. Don't ever think I say that to brag either. I brag about how weak I am all the time. Let me tell you something. I deal with evil from the time I open up my eyelids to the time I walk out the door to the people I intermix with, vibe with. I don't have friends. I don't have many friends. I don't have much family. And my family's very negative. It's easy to feed into that, man, and kind of be a product of negativity. Like, I never, ever try to let that weigh me down, man, or get into my spirit, man, because the Most High protects those he loves, man, and he chooses. And, I wish I could tell you I earned something. I'm deserving of it. No, I'm not. Don't think of me as deserving of anything, because I'm not. We're talking about hybrids. It's funny, that crystal skull, when that comes together with the other 12, well, then real change can be done, can happen, can start. I'm afraid with this power outage, things aren't gonna come back to the same way they once were. Doesn't look like looks like we got a tough ride until September. And yes, I'm laying out the marker right there. Whatever time you think it is, it's not, trust me. Whatever time you think that it is today, trust and believe, I'm telling you, it's not. At least not for not for me. I think the Vatican planted this girl in my life to try to act as an Esther type figure. Yes, I love this girl. Yes, I loved her since the time I met her, like she came out of a dimension. But I have to say bye now. You see those two witnesses right there? When Yeshua transfigured, it was Moses, Yeshua, and Elijah from the throne of David. One represented the law, one represented the prophets, one represented Christ. 3 in 1, 1 in 3.